I'm Cecilia, or my fading skin, because my collagen is slowly fading, and that's okay. I am back from Seoul, and in the first video after my return, I wanted to share with you my first ever visit to a KBeauty Expo in Seoul. And this was massive. I've been to one in London, but it cannot compare to the size of this one. And I wanted to take you guys with me so you could experience it with me. Now this is mainly for buyers and people like that, but I think people like content creators and influencers are kind of starting to get there as well. It's such a great place to discover the next trends. And look at the size of this. Now I spent a whole day there and I only got through 90%. So I was checking out a lot of brands. This first one I stopped by was Hamel. They've got a lot of nice products, and I picked up one of their products that I will share with you later. These sun creams or sun serums looked very nice as well. APLB had a massive stand, and when you're scrolling through YESSTYLE, like you're scrolling forever, they have so much stuff, and you could really see when this was laid out on everything. So we know this line very well, but they also have a lot of other stuff. I was at the event with Mari from Beauty and Soul, and I also ran into Kelly from Hey I'm Gorgeous, and I ran into Uni as well. So a lot of people I knew was there, which is weird where you're in a different country and at an event for the first time and you know people. That was very nice. So you can notice that the footage I'm sharing, it's very shaky. It's literally just me and a handheld camera. I'm filming with my new Canon Powershot V1. It was so easy and so light to bring with me. But I thought I'd give you really like a look into what I am seeing. I thought you might find that fun. So you can see I'm spending a lot of time at the APLB desk. They really had so much stuff. This line was the one they recommended for me. This is just to show you a little bit of, you know, what it feels like when you're walking through. There is just, you don't even know where to stop because there's so many things. Jenabelle was there. They had a massive stand as well. They weren't selling anything on the day, which doesn't matter for buyers, but the rest of us who are there, it's really nice to be able to buy stuff. But I was also given a lot of stuff. This cream I did pick up in Olive Young later, because I was noticing that one of the trends that I really discovered on this day was barrier care. So I was especially looking for barrier care stuff. This brand was a body brand, and look how beautiful it looked, and it smelled delicious. Hi Mari! It smelled so good as well. Mari and I had different favorite scents, so that was quite fun. It was really fun to be there with her and seeing what she liked, what I liked, and just what we were drawn to. So I picked up some stuff and they gave me some stuff as well, so I will definitely share some stuff with you. And body care in general was also a trend that I was seeing, along with hair care, but I was focusing most on skincare and body care. Lots of freebies as well, which was fun. Ingredients had a stand as well. I can't believe I haven't tried anything from them yet. When trying everything on stand though, and although I will eventually try, the sunscreen looked good. I will try this one, the lotion, but this calming mask looked delicious, and I picked that up at Olive Young. But this cream also looked very nice and felt very good on my dry, mature skin, so I will find a place to pick this up. I think this is a new packaging that they have. But how tempting does that mask look? Slow Pure was another brand that was there, very pretty packaging, and then you know I'm drawn to it. They had a lovely SPF, and although this was, I think it was like a tone up, but it was very, very nice, and I don't like tone ups, but I like that one. This serum was probably my favorite. Hwarang, I'm not sure how you say it, but they, just before I left, sent me their cleansing balm. So it was really nice to run into the team there on the stand. They were very, very kind, because they also gave me the moisturizer that you can see here, but I was very curious about that. That was another barrier caring item that I saw. A lot of brands stood out to me because of packaging, because there's so much to look at, so you don't really know where to start. So people need to have some good marketing. This brand kind of drew me in with all the pretty pretty marketing stuff. We saw we saw a lot of like lifting things. We've seen these masks, but this was more not a mask as such, but more like a permanent thing that you could put your serums into. So that was quite interesting. This brand was called Egg Clinic. In terms of other brands, so I mentioned Barrier Care for sure. We also saw a lot of PDRN, we saw a lot of exosomes, but Barrier Care really stood out to me. 9less was there. If you color your serum blue, you have my attention. A hydrating serum, I hadn't seen that one before, so I might pick that one up at some point. But they have a lot of different lines as well. I did see a lot of sort of like tranexamic acid, kojic acid, azelaic acid overall, and bakuchiol was another ingredient that I also saw quite a bit. This brand looked very interesting as well. I think they gave me this cream, so I will share that with you as well. That was very, very nice when I tried it on. So yeah, a little bit of a mild vitamin A there. Here we see some of the body care I was seeing. This brand looked quite interesting. And I think this had was exosome based for the body, if I'm not remembering it correctly. But yeah, pretty branding as well. So, you know, that's why I stopped here in the first go. This is another brand, STYLEKOREAN, that really pulled me in by their pretty marketing, pretty packaging. This was the line that they recommended for mature skin, but this green line, the matcha line, it was so beautiful. That would definitely drew me in, but that was more for I think pore care and stuff like that. But matcha was another ingredient that I saw quite a bit, so I think I might just say that I predict that matcha might become the next ingredient that we see blow out quite a bit. So let's see. Lots of exosomes, as I mentioned before, as well. This was another brand I kind of stopped by. They had quite a few different lines. We see Sika here, and they also had pretty green. I'm always so drawn to green. I don't know why. There was lots of, and here we got ceramides for barrier caring again, and yeah, lots of high hydration stuff. Here we got the tranexamic acid again, so that type of hyperpigmentation skincare we were seeing quite a bit. It was just haul after haul after haul, so it's like, where do you even stop? But one place, and this was my favorite place, was Luvum, and I've tried their line at Pure Soul before. I've tried their green line, but they had just released their new marine line, their hydrating line. This is a PDRN, algae PDRN line. Now, that one looked very interesting, and I really want to pick up their serum, because that was gorgeous. I think they gave me one of these masks They definitely gave me a few products, and actually it was very funny because the girl who was in the desk there, she recognized me, or she followed me on my account already. So fellow fans, we had a lovely conversation. They were so nice at Luvum. So this is definitely a brand that I will dive into more, because their Cica cream I fell in love with immediately, and I tried more from the green line. But look how gorgeous that looks. So this is the line that they already have at Pure Soul. I think they have their Couture line as well. So hopefully, if they don't have it already, they'll be getting this algae PDRN line for hydration. That line they already have, and I think they gave me that cream, which was probably the best one for my mature skin. So they have so many products that I didn't know of, so I left there really with a smile on my face and wanting more. So if you haven't checked out this brand, this is one that I can definitely recommend. And this is the Phyto Collagen cream. They gave me this one off on the stand, so I'll definitely be sharing that with you. This was a body care brand, and this is a high-end body care brand. It was very expensive, but oh my goodness, it smelled good. Another one that I was very tempted by was from Shy, their new Aloe PDRN line. I know this has just become available on YESSTYLE, but it's very long shipping times, but that looked very nice. And here we can see aloe again, which was another ingredient that I noticed was really prominent. So maybe aloe is making a bit of a comeback, but this one definitely had me intrigued. So this line was their cooling line, and that's perfect for my menopausal skin. We had a stand by Coxer there, who was diving into all of their trending stuff on TikTok, really making that part of the marketing. Now, I'm just not a fan of, you know, having to use this kind of marketing. I understand why brands do it, but I'm more drawn to other things. For example, like this type of brand that can just let the product speak for itself, and just let the packaging, the ingredients, the texture be the thing that sells you. So I think, yeah, I'm not always one to pick up the trending products. I do sometimes because I want to try them and I'm curious, but they're not always the ones that I end up with, because they're not always the best products. So this cleansing balm looked very nice, and I discovered quite a few new brands that I was really curious. This one called Judoc Included. This felt so nice, and when I was looking at the ingredient list, it had everything that my menopausal mature skin needed. They were very kind to give me this cream, actually a rich and a lighter cream from this brand, so I will share that with you. But look at those ingredients for that serum, for the ampule there. Really had me in with both their marketing and the ingredients. Another brand I was really curious was Amaholic. Again, I'm a packaging junkie, and this felt very elegant. So this was more high-end, so I'm expecting to see this in more higher-end stores because it was quite expensive, but look how gorgeous that looked. And they also gave me a cream that I could try, so I'll share more about this brand. It really had my attention for sure amongst all of those stands. Really cute hand cream. Came in 3 different colors, same cream. They said what's their secret. It's just, you know, personal preference and what color you prefer. I thought that was nice. It felt really good to hold in your hand. It was kind of like a supporting rock, almost like finding your inner peace kind of thing. I almost wanted to get it just to hold it. You know, sometimes if you hold the stone you feel really calm. It felt kind of like that, which I thought was genius. This one had more calming stuff as well. It was very pretty. and you could really just wonder. Bakuchiol here you see as well, so quite a bit of bakuchiol as an ingredient as well. A little bit of hair care, a brand I already know. They had a massive stand there, so I thought I'd share. You can see that even here saying, you know, buys go here, locals go there. Troyorke, a loved brand of mine, was there as well. That was quite nice to see more of what they have. They have a lot of stuff for professional use, but they also have some home stuff, including my favorite toner, of course. You would have seen this. This is stocked at Beauty and Seoul. So I think this coming towards the end of the video, they also had sort of like trending marketing information. I really hope that you guys enjoyed walking around this with me. What made you excited? Is there anything that you would like me to share more about? Is there any of these items that I said that I picked up that you're really curious about? I really would like to know. So let me know in the comments below, and I would love it if you give this video a like if you think this was an interesting insight into K-beauty that you haven't seen before, and also give me a follow if you haven't already. I would love that. So ending this video here, thank you so much for watching and joining me at this expo. See you next Sunday.